friends, how's it hanging? So, today I'm going to release more on my nerdy side. I'm going to be talking about one thing I love so much, Doctor Who. And if you don't know already, like, I'm a crazy fan of Doctor Who. I have watched literally every single episode of Doctor Who, from the first Doctor all the way up to the end of the 5th Doctor, and then I got off after this, like, when the 6th Doctor came in, because I didn't really like the 6th Doctor too much, and like then I went back on the 8th Doctor with the movie in 1986. And then I watched 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Well, if you include the David Tennant's second version of him with the Human Doctor and also the War Doctor, and then 14 Doctors. But yeah, so originally I was very iffy on the whole Jodie Whittaker becoming the Doctor. Now, no offense to Jodie, I just never watched Broadchurch, and also I felt like Doctor Who was just trying to be more trendy, and they were trying to like, oh, like, let's like, choose a woman to be you. And basically, it also, I think that for me alone, when the fact that we've had only male doctors for 12 Doctors, I felt like I was used to it. Basically, because when basically it's the same for any type of like different race, like even Star Trek and stuff, like the way the Prime Directive. When something new is introduced, people start to question it. It's like, oh, I don't know, like, would this be a good thing? And they reject it basically. And I think that was the same for me. I was just thought, okay, this is unusual, it's different, but now, oh my god, I watched the first 2 episodes so far, and I adore Jodie Whittaker. Oh my god, she's amazing. She's okay. Just like to start off, when I watched the first episode, I was like, just like when you first watch it, you kind of like, okay, is she gonna be a good Doctor? I don't know. And then I just watched it, and oh my god, she literally. What I literally thought to myself is, if you kind of think about it, David Tennant, she reminds me so much of David Tennant's Doctor. Like, she's just like, she's perfect, and like, just the way that she talks, like, she has hints of Matt Smith as well, which I just love so much, because Matt Smith and David Tennant were like one of my favourite Doctors. David Tennant will always be my Doctor, but I just, those two, like, I love those both, and the fact that they put, like, is kind of, I know Jodie has a unique perspective on the Doctor as well, because every Doctor does that. She also like has kind of quite an influence on David Tennant's Doctor and a little bit of Matt Smith's Doctor, and I just love it so much because like she's so good. And like, okay, the first episode, you basically see her, like, the funny thing is, at the start of the first episode, I was like questioning, am I watching a Doctor Who episode? Because it started off, okay, I understand where it came from, because as the girl, I was actually started watching this YouTuber who like was doing the Doctor Who episode reviews. Her YouTube channel is A Million Mad Musings, and she basically has been doing reviews, and as she described, it's actually really good. I like the way Chris Chibnall is actually doing it. As she described, it's actually perfect. What they're doing is they're fleshing out the whole, like, describing like the characters and the whole new companion, like what they're like, and broadening out what the companions are. Because like the way that the Doctor is, like in most episodes, it kind of, the companions are revolve around the Doctor, and like, they do have their like individual stories, but technically they're lots to the Doctor. So I like the way that this is a kind of like a unique, you get to see the characters before you get to see Graham, Rye and his grandmother, and like the fact that he won't call his Graham his granddad because the fact is his step granddad, and you see all like the different relationships between the characters. And then you see Yaz come in as well. It kind of develops, because that one thing is, when you first like watch Doctor Who, when the companions come in, they're like just thrown into it, and just like they don't really get too much time to develop the characters at the start. They do that over the series, but they kind of like, they start off something, they kind of build off from. So you can see, I gotta say, I love the grandmother. Oh my god, I was so sad to see her die at the end of the episode, because it was just like, she would have been a perfect companion. But the thing is, as you basically see, like, there was no promos, no trailers, so you can clearly see, oh no, something's not gonna good happen to her. Oh dear. And yeah, so she died. I really wish she actually came a companion, because she was amazing. But I gotta say one thing about Ryan. When he first came in, and as he talks, like, it was weird. He had 2 different accents, and one, he was kind of like Jamaican accent, and you hear a Sheffield accent, and I was like, what? Which accent are you using? They kind of mixed it between the 2, and I was like, what? I love the fact that each character in the companions all have like their connection with each other. Like Yaz and Rye went to school together, and naturally Graham is his step granddad. As that girl in the YouTube channel, basically, I'll link her up here. If you want to go check out her channel, and the last 2 videos she made where she's talking about the last 2 Doctor Who episodes. The one thing is, as the girl said in the video, I feel like partly I was like wondering why they're doing this. I know that it makes it feel more realistic when they have like certain characters come in, like they're like side characters who, like, you get to see what, like, there's something happening, like, like the granddad talking to his granddaughter about like about going to bed and stuff like that. I felt that kind of was, I know it does make it feel more real, but I felt it was kind of redundant. Because, like, you're in my head, it's like, oh, these characters are gonna die. Why are you bringing this character in? I think that guy was firing tomatoes at, I think, from his kebab at the alien. And I was like, in my head, it's like, why would you do that? This is the kind of, like, these characters are gonna die. Why are you just making them have, like, building up some sort of a story for them at the start when you're not gonna see them again? Yeah, but I just love the way, like, the funny thing is, as the kind of the episode goes on, you don't really see the Doctor until the part where this, as the girl said in the video, perfect way to describe it, it's a tentacle monster, as she said, comes in and it gets electrocuted and it's really scary, and it looks like they're about to die. Suddenly the Doctor just drops in from the ceiling, and it's like, what? Jesus Christ, he just appeared out of nowhere, but that's the Doctor for you. And but one thing I gotta say, like, that really reminds me of the 11th Doctor with Matt Smith, when, like, the fact is, when he first appeared, the TARDIS was crashing and he was about to fall out, which is very, like, so the two of them were very similar. But then this time he actually fell out of the TARDIS. Story where, like, the fact is she loses her TARDIS, and in the second episode she actually finds that. At first I was kind of hoping they're going to go kind of a third Doctor route, where she was going to be trapped at Earth trying to find her TARDIS, or they're going to go, like, kind of use kind of a teleport, kind of like the vortex manipulator, where they go through different planets and stuff, and it's going to work like that, or maybe go in spaceship. Alas, they didn't, because they went on, they found TARDIS in the episode 2. I love Jodie Whittaker's accent so much. Like, every line she says is like so Doctor. She is the Doctor, and that speech she makes it near the end of the episode. That speech, oh my god, that speech is just like that. As the girl said in the video, literally every Doctor has this iconic speech, and that was it for the Doctor. And oh, I love it, so good. She's a really happy-go-lucky Doctor, but the thing is, she also gets very dark at times. The one thing I kind of saw is the one thing that she didn't mention in the video. I feel like the reason why in the current 2 episodes she gets really dark and she doesn't want to lose, the fact that she these 3 companions are lost in space with her, and she promises to get them home. The reason I think is not really about the fact that she cares about them. Well, she does, but it's also about the fact that she is actually, if you think about it, the last previous companions he's had, he's lost every single one of them. He lost Bill, she became a Cyberman. He lost Clara, she died because of that Black Crow or Raven, something like that, yeah. And she died because of that, and so he lost her, and technically he also forgot about her, but there's probably a small thought in her mind that's still there of Clara, that's, oh, I lost her. And then he lost Amy and Rory, he lost River, he lost, like, so many of his companions. Okay, I know River's his wife, but he lost every single one of them. So you gotta think about, in the last few Doctors, he's lost them all. So he wants to get these companions home safely, so it's not like, he doesn't want to lose another one, because he's lost so many different companions in the last few times. But if she loses another one, then it's just going to be harder, really hard on her. So that's what I feel like the reason why she wants to keep them safe and get them back to Earth. And she cares so much about the people she takes in. Then you have the next episode, which was one with the space race. I love the whole concept of the fact that there's so many different planets, and there was a ton of races at the start, and now there's only 2 left. It's kind of like wacky races, but a lot more darker, basically. Race across the stars trying to get this, like, ultimate trophy, which was like a ton of cars to try and save their family. Like, the woman was trying to save her family from being, the whole planet being cleansed by this alien race in the first episode. And yeah, the fact that they also create all these, as the one girl said in the video, evil dishcloths, and like all these robots, and like you just gotta see, like, the fact that Doctors know what to do, because they've landed on a planet they've never been to, they don't know where they are, what they're doing. She has no TARDIS, she has nothing. All she has is her sonic screwdriver and her companion. This place where she went was when TARDIS was on the planet was drifted out of orbit, so now they landed. That's why they were in space in the second episode. Then when she lands there, she finds that her TARDIS is actually there, but she is phasing it in and out of time and space, because the fact is, it doesn't have anything to latch on to. Like the Doctor fell out of the TARDIS, so doesn't know where she is. And I just love that the whole, like, when you see the two side characters. Like, the one thing I love the fact in these last 2 episodes that the show Supergirl has kind of they could do too. Doctor Who is not pointing out the fact that Doctor is a female. They've hinted towards it. They'll say, like, the fact that in that last episode, you're a woman. So like, oh, am I? Oh, what do I look good? And all this stuff. And she, like, it's kind of, and then that was completely gone. And then the next episode, she makes, when she sees the TARDIS, she goes, come to daddy. I mean, mommy. I mean, this is confusing. I love that, because they're not really making a big deal out of it. They're just making it, like, normal. Like, they should not make it, like, when the show makes a big deal out of it, like, a sexuality, like the fact the woman who was trying to get the money, trying to save her family, is the fact her wife was killed. When he says, oh, they killed my wife, and then she went, mine too. That's what I love. The fact is, they make it like subtle hints. The fact that she's a lesbian. They don't make like, oh yeah, I'm a lesbian, I'll make out with this woman, I'll make out with that one. That's what they do in Supergirl. They make a big deal about the character of Supergirl's sister is a lesbian. I didn't like that. In this show, they don't do that. They make out that being lesbian or being any sort of sexuality is just normal, and it just doesn't have to be a major deal about it. They did that with female Doctor as well. They're throwing subtle hints. She's a female. Okay, cool. But she's still a Doctor, she's still a badass alien from Gallifrey, and she's a Time Lord. She's the same person. Okay, she's different, but she still is at the core the same person. But yeah, it's just like the one thing, like this whole video was supposed to be about that I've just been rambling on. In the end of the last episode, when the evil Dishcloths go over and say like they're trying to find all their fears before they kill them, she just goes, the timeless child, they mention, and then the Doctor says, get out of my mind. And then it makes her super scared, which kind of makes me have like a think about something to say. What if the timeless child? Okay, in the very first season of Doctor Who with William Hartnell, the Doctor got his granddaughter with him. In that Doctor, he had to leave Susan on the Earth, which was based in the future, where Daleks were trying to get a load of like stones from like deep in the earth. Basically, he leaves Susan there with the guy she fell in love with in this episode, and maybe this is later on. The fact that when they said it's so far back that like these things mentioned, they said so far back. I think that the timeless child is Susan. The way that they mentioned the fact that there's a couple of things that made me think about. One, the fact that she was really scared when they mentioned her, because maybe she still has fears that she left her granddaughter back there where loads of different Daleks were attacking. I think they defeated the Daleks, but there's still a super dangerous time for Earth at the time, and he left her there, and it's just like, I felt like that could be a fear, and the fact that she also said get out of my mind. So you gotta think about is she could have like the thoughts of Susan, what happened to her, did she die, did she get killed by what happened to her, because like, that's like same with any sort of parent or grandparent. If you're taking care of this kid that is of your own blood, you're gonna worry about them. Even if you left them there, you still worry about them. And that's why I feel like the fact that they mentioned that and she gets really scared, maybe that is Susan. That's what I'm wondering, like, is it Susan? I hope it is, because the fact that the whole theme of this season, as it seems, is family. And you gotta wonder the fact that in the first episode she mentioned the fact that she has a family. She had a family once, but what you do is you take the memories of that family and use it to fuel yourself. That's why I feel like all this, like the fact that she mentioned her family, and then you have the theme of family with the whole Graham and Rye trying to like build a relationship, like Graham trying to build a relationship with Rye, and then she has her granddaughter appear, like in the last episode she's like, Susan? And like naturally Susan will be a different regeneration, because the one who played Susan back then is really old now, because that was back in 1968 or 67, something like that. So I just make it that she regenerated and this like a later time. Overall, I think Doctor Who is so great. I can't wait for tomorrow's episode, because tomorrow is Saturday and I am so looking forward to seeing the next episode, because this is such a good series so far, with Chris Chibnall taking over Stephen Moffat, because I did not like Stephen Moffat near the end of it, because he ruined Peter Capaldi's like whole story arc. Because the thing is, loads of people hated Peter Capaldi because the fact that his run was not great. It wasn't his his problem. It wasn't his fault. He didn't do that. It was Stephen Moffat that ruined it. Yeah, he did a really good job as a doctor with what he had, but Stephen Moffat just destroyed that. But I still love Peter Capaldi. Just overall, I gotta say, Jodie Whittaker, amazing. I just love Graham, the fact that he's the chase guy. It's just so funny to see him. I didn't know he could act because I only thought he was a presenter. He's also a footballer apparently. I look forward to seeing the whole adventures of the Doctor with Jodie Whittaker and the 3 companions. Oh yeah, lastly, I forgot to say, I adore the design of the TARDIS. It's just like, it was just so good. Like, someone actually said it, which I thought was perfect. He's a mixture between Kryptonian architecture mixed with Gallifreyan technology, like Time Lord architecture. It was like really good. I love that scene where the Doctor saw the TARDIS coming in. Like, you can hear it when you're just sitting there and you hear that, and then she's like, oh my god, please come to me. And it's just like, don't worry, it is really me. It's just like, you're just watching it. It's like, basically like a husband and wife, or at this thing, wife and wife kind of situation. And then you can see that the love between the TARDIS and the Doctor, it's just so important to be done. It's just like the best thing ever, just watching that moment. It just goes, come to daddy or mommy or I don't know, I'm confused. It's like, oh my god, I love it. It's just like to see that, and it's just, and when she walked in the TARDIS, she goes, I see you've changed. I really like it. And I was like, oh my god, she just said it. And she actually likes it when the TARDIS does it. I can't forget the custom cream dispenser. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what happens with this new TARDIS and stuff. And also, you see that the fact that the box that is in the on the outside of the TARDIS is actually on the outside. Just when she walks in the doors, it's literally on the outside just before you step into like the console room of the TARDIS. And I just love that. It's like, my brother actually said it's very resemblant of the 8th Doctor, where like the fact that the box is on the outside and then you get into the TARDIS. So yeah, I really like that. Oh, and lastly, I gotta say, oh my god, the cinematography and the CGI of this new season is amazing. Like, just the shots they do in that episode, both episodes, is beautiful. Like, the second episode was filmed in South Africa, I think it was, and oh, the sights and everything is beautiful. They are to die for. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and tell me if you are watching the new episodes of Doctor Who, because if you aren't, then go and give them a watch. If you did enjoy this, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye! See you later.